Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to Farming Simulator 2022. Today we are looking at the new Hay and Forage pack DLC. I think it's like $8. I'd say it's probably worth it if you like doing grass. If not, I would probably skip it. My favorite thing in this DLC is probably this little truck here. It's pretty cool. It's like a bigger version of a mini truck, one of those Japanese mini trucks. I think it's pretty sweet. But anyways, we'll go over everything here. So this mini truck kind of thing can put attachments on it. This you can pick up grass too. You put this in the back and it picks up grass. This reminds me a lot of the little machine from Farm Sim 13. But I don't think you could put anything on the front of that one. So anyways, there's this little truck. You can put a little dump bed on it. You can put this on it. That's what it comes with. There's these little tractors. There's this one, and then there is this one. They're basically the same thing. They're like an off-road, obviously off-road, unlevel ground, I guess you could say, tractor. The suspension flexes all over the place, and you can get a lot of articulation. You can move the front, not PTO, the 3-point back and forth. I don't know about the back. It doesn't look like the back, but you could at least move the front 3-point back and forth. And it comes with a couple of attachments for these things. There's this this windrower, basically useless. This tedder, a little more useful, I guess. This merger. Like, look at the attention to detail on these things. Like, there's a lot of detail in these small pieces of equipment. So I really like that. There's this bigger windrower. I guess it's designed more for uneven ground. We'll have to test that. And then, for me, some of my favorite equipment in this, as far as the implements, are these mergers. This one is a tow behind. This one is on the front. This one caught my attention. I thought that maybe you could merge things into the center with this, but you can only do left, right, or the outsides. So I don't really see too many advantages to a front mount merger. The company claims that you don't have to run over the grass first, so that's better. But I mean, it's Farm Sim, who cares? But anyways, we'll go and check all these things out. We have one more piece of equipment. Let's go and drive over there, actually. We'll take the little mini truck here. Look at the strobe light bar on top, too. That thing's pretty awesome. Very detailed. This thing is also good for the hills. You can see it articulates in the middle. This would be a great little truck if you're just starting out. I don't know how expensive it is. It's probably like 100 grand. $126. What a price if you're just starting out, I guess, but it's pretty cool. Well, you could also put tools on it, so I guess that might be worth it. I was hoping any of these tractors might have a little loader or something, but they don't. But look at all the detail on them. Awesome. 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steer. Go inside, look at the cab. Lots of details in here. All the levers move. Oh, it's a manual too. That's pretty sweet. We'll take a look at this more when we use the one with the mower on it. But I just wanted something to drive over here with. Take a look at this tractor. We'll shut that off. This tractor here. Now look at all the details on this too. Like, these tractors, these all have so much detail on them. I'm surprised it's only $8 for this pack, or whatever it costs. I don't think it was expensive. Because I have the Season 2 pass, I got it for free. But, like, first thing I noticed here is, look at this hydraulic cooler. It's an interesting place for a fuel tank, too. But there's just lots of little details. Alright, so enough of the details. We'll jump in it. See inside the cab. This thing does something pretty cool too. When you're driving along, it like jostles and rattles, and it's got like daytime running lights. Beacon there. So the front 3-point hitch goes back and forth, as well as the mower goes back and forth, so you can really offset it. So we'll offset it to the right, and we'll offset the mower to the right, because we're going to be mowing over on this little steep embankment to show you how well it does. You can see it follows the ground pretty nicely. We'll move it back to center. Turn pretty tight. Maybe on the European maps this would be a lot better, but I mean for the United States maps, you're really probably not going to be using a mower like this since it's just too small. But this is a pretty sweet little tractor. Once again, we'll see how the mower kind of follows the contour of the ground. So anyways, there's that. We won't look at the header just yet, but we'll hook it up. Let's continue mowing. We'll use one of these little tractors. That one. We'll use the one that doesn't have anything on it. The Metrac H75. Lots of details on this thing too. Got the fans for the AC condenser on top. It's kind of cool too when you're running down the road or whatever. The front mower just kind of hangs out because it's on a pivot. Kind of hangs off center. I'd probably go for the other one. The one that we were just looking at over this one. But this is just a smaller tractor. Turning radius on this one is sharper, I think, though. We're bogging down pretty good here going up this hill. I'd imagine if you had something on the back, it'd be a lot worse. Yeah, you can turn super sharp with this, actually. It's kind of weird how you're sitting off center. It's almost like a little telehandler looking thing. Alright, we'll pick that up. We'll drive back over here. What do we want to look at next? We'll go back over here. We'll do some tedding. This is a pretty decent sized header. I mean, you can hear too. You put it down, and I love that they added all the sounds to equipment when you're putting it down, and just the little jostles and bumps and things hitting each other. It just makes it a lot more realistic. So So this thing appears to be working very well. I don't really know what the advantage is over the in-game tether, because the in-game tethers seem to follow the curves pretty well. I mean, it's working as intended. Rickshaw going all over these hilly areas. I guess we'll just head the rest of this. Alright, so we got this whole field tedded, I guess you could say. We'll go back and put this tractor back and we'll check out something else. Alright, I guess we'll go and check out this tractor here with this windrower. Now, let's be honest. Look at the size of this windrower. And look at the size of this field. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do it if you're just starting out. But personally, oh, look at the cab on this tractor too. I don't even think I mentioned that before, but the cab stays level on these tractors when you're on the side of a hill, as well as the suspension compensating. Alright, so we'll back it up. We'll make another pass at it. Yeah, like you can see the articulation of the cab there. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're not doing anything else, you could spend a whole bunch of time using this thing. Personally, I'd much rather use the bigger equipment. Personally, I'd much rather use the merger over this. It's kind of weird. But there you go. Do one more pass. Try to pick an angle that would give us some angles. It's cool how the tractor adjusts to the slope. What's it look like over there? So it's about the extent of that, I guess, as far as it can tilt. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll pick this up, and I mean, it's really detailed and the animations are pretty nice. Oh, the arms go up and all the little tine things go up. We'll go ahead and we'll dump that off. And then we'll look at the front mount merger. This is what I'd much rather use. This thing's heavy. Probably should get a weight on the back. Alright, we'll see. We'll go right. Looks like it works as intended. Lots of details. Yeah, kind of struggles on the steeper stuff. Interesting spot for the exhaust. I don't know if that's the best place to put it, but okay. That's what they did, I guess. Come back here, we'll put this way. We'll take a look at something else. I guess we'll look at one of the big pieces of equipment. These big mergers are probably my favorite, along with this little truck over here. I mean, I love the equipment. It's too small. Honestly. Alright, work mode left. This is much better, but the in-game Coon windrower is much wider. It's at like 9.7 meters or something. This merger's cool though. That's something different. It appears to handle the slopes very nicely. I noticed this doesn't even have a PTO. So it's running just off the hydraulics. I'll make one lap around the outside too. You can see it articulates very nicely. But anyways, we'll fold this up. Probably should have a rear weight on the back too. First need to unfold it. Well, I guess you gotta have it unfolded too. Put it down, which is kind of interesting. But look at the detail on this one again. Nice hydraulic cooler up there. Lots of hydraulic lines and everything all over the place. Take a look at this windrower as well. This thing hopefully has better performance on the slopes. Because otherwise I'm just going to use the Krone Swadro 2000. Which is actually terrible on the slopes, but how's this work if we go over here? That works pretty good, actually. The Krone Swadro 2000 from Farm Sim 19 that I converted, they would have just slid right off. So I guess this works pretty good. This pack does come with the Forage wagon, but I'm not going to look at the Forage wagon. It's a Forage wagon. There's nothing special about it. It does appear to follow the contours of the ground very nicely, though. Once again, it's very detailed. Maybe if I was just starting out or whatever, I'd buy one of these. Because it does seem to handle the hill a lot better than even the in-game Pottinger. or this one. Where is it? $15 meters. How wide is this one? 14 meters. So yeah, so it's not the widest, but all right. We will look at something else. We'll look at the tow behind merger. So this merger, it runs off a PTO, unlike the front mount one. Lots of detail on this again, all over the place. This one's kind of an interesting design because of the way it works to change the swath direction. This one's kind of different from the regular mergers too, in that it has all these wheels on the sides. It's just kind of a different design. So if you're going right or left, it's like this. But if you change it so it discharges in the middle, this one's a little narrower than the Kuhn. Works good on the hills though. Lots of places for this thing to articulate as well. I don't think the in-game Kuhn has nearly as many. Obviously, for the full potential, you'd want to be merging from to the right or the left. So now we've got this whole field. Wind road. Just about. We'll go ahead and show you. What's that little tractor with the collection on the back? We'll show you you can mow and pick it up at the same time. So we'll put our wings down the side, put our mower down, we'll turn it on. Okay, and we will turn our pickup on and lower it, and we're picking up grass. So it's kind of a one-stop shop. If you got sheep and you need a cheap way to mow grass, this will work. If you're just starting out, I think it's what? You could probably get into this thing for under 200 grand. It's fairly cheap. And then you can do it in one pass too. I mean, you could just drive around all over the place. And then if you need to use something else, you can put something else on the front. Go ahead and pick that up. What's the unloading animation look like? So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys again in the next video.